What is up, my friends? We are back with another Wednesday comic book haul, this time for Wednesday, January 9th, 2019. I hope everyone had a great holiday season, spending time with family and friends, and I hope that everyone's credit cards and debit cards have finally stopped smoking. If this is your first time coming through the channel, thanks a lot for stopping by and giving the channel a shot. Hopefully you see some books that you like, or you just enjoy the vibe of the video overall. And if you do, please be sure to give the video a like, share with your friends, subscribe, comment. I love chatting about comic books with new and old subscribers, or just viewers. You don't even have to be a subscriber. But hope to hear from you soon. Current subscribers, you all rock, all you guys and girls. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for hanging out once again, and let's have some fun. I have about 30 plus books to share, the majority of which I picked up today, some of which are coming from Midtown, and I have about 4 that are coming due to an AOK from my buddy CarolinaChris, and we'll get to those towards the end of the video. So thanks again, Chris. I really appreciate it, man. You're the best. Without any further ado, let's get right into this, and we'll start off with Bully Wars, issue number 5, one of my favorite titles by far. It is ending with this issue. Hopefully not completely ending, but at least this run or arc is done as of right now. I really hope that Scotty decides to bring this back, but if not, for what it was, for 5 issues, it was great. So I will definitely be reading this one again from issue 1 to 5 very soon. I had to read this issue before doing this video because I couldn't stand the anticipation. I had to know what happened to the crew. So very enjoyable read, and like I said, I'll be reading this one again very soon. And this is the B cover by Scotty Young. Self-Made, issue number 2. Looking forward to this read. I enjoyed issue number 1. This was part of a week where a lot of Image books, or a few Image books, came out that were number 1s, and they seemed to be pretty good. Self-Made was one of them, at least for me. So, Self-Made, issue number 2. This is the A cover. The Freeze, issue number 2. One of those books that came out with Self-Made or at the same time. And I liked it. Hearing mixed things about it. I know at least one person that I talked to didn't really care for it. But I enjoyed it for what it was. And I'm interested to see what issue number 2 has in store. And a few people that I ran into today were also curious to see what issue number 2 had in store as well. So we shall find out very soon. The Freeze, issue 2. Die, another one of those books that came out around the same time as The Freeze and Self-Made. I really enjoyed the first issue, as a lot of people did from what I read and just talking to people in the shops. A lot of people enjoyed it. So issue 2 should be a pretty fun time. I really enjoyed this cover. I think it's fantastic artwork, and had to grab it over the A cover just because of how beautiful I thought it was. Stunning B cover. Although the A cover is nice too. I just preferred the B cover. Blackbird, issue number 4. Stunning cover. Really love the artwork that they're putting on these covers for this title. That's the A cover. Followed by the B cover. I've fallen behind on Blackbird somehow. I enjoyed the first issue and just seemed to have strayed away from the title at that point for some reason. So I'll make time this weekend to revisit this title and make sure that I'm up to speed on what's going on in Blackbird. On to Marvel. We have Avengers issue number 12 with the Stan Lee tribute across the top. And this issue apparently has some fun things going on in it, so if you're into that type of stuff, make sure you grab a copy. I think I just grabbed this one for the cover, more so than anything else. Just wanted to make sure I had a copy. Thor, issue number 9, the Phil Noto cover. We have Spider-Man in the symbiote suit, wearing the symbiote, so I had to grab a copy. That's just how I roll. Great cover, you know, overall, you know, anyway, though, but that's what drew my attention to it. Web of Venom, Venom Unleashed, number 1. I really like this A cover. I know there was a B cover out that people were pretty excited about, but I preferred this one over the B cover, so glad to have that. And apparently there's some rumblings going on about it online. I've seen a few posts about it and some spoiler warnings and things like that, so I guess it's something worth talking about happening in this issue. I'll get around to reading this probably this weekend. Miles Morales, Spider-Man number 2. My guy Miles makes an appearance in this week's haul. Fantastic. We finally had a chance to see Into the Spider-Verse, and my girlfriend and I thoroughly enjoyed it. We had a great time, and we can't wait to see it again, if we're being honest. If I'm being honest, I can't wait to see it again. I also have Miles hanging out with me tonight. A few pops. If you saw the movie, you saw this suit. Lastly, these are usually in my office at work, staring at me as I do my work. But I thought it'd be cool to bring them home for a minute, so share them off with the fam. So there they are. I haven't read this title yet, but I'll get around to it sooner rather than later for sure. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man animation variant. Gotta grab those when you see them. And I think I was lucky enough to get this one at cover price. There wasn't any special stickers on it or anything when I bought it, so that was a pretty cool grab. I know they're going for around $10 most places, so I was pretty excited about that when I realized. And I'm pretty sure I have most of the animation variants at this point. I don't think I've missed any. I have to go back and look to see how many were released, but I'm pretty sure I have them all. Spider-Geddon, Aftermath, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Ghost, issue number 4. There's a lot going on in that title. 2 copies because this is on my pull list at 2 shops. I really gotta go through my list at some point. Spider-Gwen gets new powers in this issue, so I know this is probably a hot book right now, so I'm not mad at having 2 copies. And when I went to 2nd and Charles, I was able to sneak up on a copy of the B cover, which is really cool. 2nd and Charles is really good for surprising me, I should say, because I never know what to expect when I go in there, but I always find something that I want to bring home with me. So this is the B cover, I believe, Guardians of the Galaxy. Really cool cover. Wasn't letting that one get away, and there was only 1 copy. One of my favorite titles, Adventures of the Super Sons, Attack from Tomorrow. I read this before doing this video. Loved it. It was such a fast read. I didn't want it to be over. So I've been enjoying every issue of this 12-issue maxi series. We still have 6 more to go. Can't wait to see what happens. I have no idea where they're going to take this story, and I'm okay with that. So can't wait to find out. There is a reintroduction of a character in this issue. So if that's your thing, make sure you grab a copy of that. I just, for one, grab all Super Sons copies because I'm such a fan. With that being said, I'm really excited about an order that I made a few days ago that will be here tomorrow, which is a lot that I bought on eBay. I shouldn't say a lot, but There were about 7 books, all Super Sons from the previous run, and 2 of those books I needed to complete my collection of that run. So I have all of the A covers and all of the B covers when I get that run tomorrow, with the inclusion of the 2 covers that I need that are in that lot. The other 6 will just be duplicates, or however many books there are, but I only really need 2, and they were only $12, so I was like, whatever. So I'm excited about that, and it'll go nicely now that I'd have the omnibus. So I'll have the A and B covers completed and the omnibus. So I'm a happy camper. So I completed that run and got the omnibus for it. Somehow or another, I missed meeting Peter Tomasi at Baltimore Comic-Con, which I kind of kicked myself about, but hopefully our paths will cross this year. Hopefully he goes again and I can run into him. Great story. Check it out if you haven't. You won't be disappointed, more than likely. Green Arrow, issue number 48, The Vengeance of Vertigo. I grabbed this one mainly for the B cover by Neil Adams. Beautiful cover. Couldn't pass this one up. I actually saw 2 of these today, but I only figured I needed 1. I let the other one live so someone else can grab it. Hopefully they enjoy it. And if not, I'll be swinging back around this weekend, and if it's there, I'll probably pick it up. But really great cover. It was really nice meeting Neil Adams at Baltimore Comic-Con. Really, really nice guy. Was able to get him to sign the yearbook that we got. And just being able to talk to him was really cool. Surprisingly, looking back at Baltimore Comic-Con, we were able to chat with a lot of people and just walk up to a lot of people because no one really had lines other than, a few folks. So I remember standing in line for Tom King and Lee Weeks. But other than that, people were just like, you want to talk? What's up? Everyone was super cool and easily accessible. So, Young Justice, number 1. Sketch cover. Pretty cool cover. That is by Patrick Gleason, showing off the gang. Next up, we have the Amethyst cover, and that is by Amy Reeder. The Impulse cover by Derek Chu. Fantastic cover. I remember a few weeks ago, he did The Flash, and I was really impressed with that cover. So glad to have this one. This one's really cool, and I know he's got the internet on fire right now because of his release of the image for Harley Quinn issue number 58, the B cover he's doing, which looks really good. And I myself have already grabbed or procured 2 copies of that cover. So check it out, grab it if you can before it's too late. I feel like it's going to be one of those things that it's going to be sold out quickly. But what do I know? Next up, we have the Robin cover, or what Midtown is calling the Robin cover. And that's by Yasmin Putri. Can't pass up a Yasmin Putri cover. Fantastic cover. It's very clean. So I'm happy with that. Superboy. And that is by George Jimenez. Great cover. He's about to steal someone's girl. I can't even say steal. She's about to go. She's about to walk off, and her current guy is not happy about it. Cool cover though. Wonder Girl. Great cover, although I got some great color rub up and down this spine here, which I'm not really mad about. It is what it is. This will just be the reader copy. So, and this is by Evan Shaner. Sure, I said that wrong. Lastly, for this week's haul, we have Harley Quinn, issue number 57. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful cover. And I was able to find 2 of those bad boys today. Actually, one was on my pull list already. I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. I ordered it kind of late. So I was pleasantly surprised when it was in my box. And I was able to sneak up on another copy at 2nd and Charles. It was hidden behind a pile of A covers, but I was able to find it. And I think this is by Julian Tedesco. So, beautiful cover. This will definitely be featured off to the side here very soon. So with that, we get into the Midtown order. And this is mostly Skottie Young stuff, which is really cool. 2 of which I had to have. Couldn't find them locally when they came out. I just kind of looked at them on Midtown for a while, thought they would be there, and then they went out of stock. And then my my want for them grew even more. So I put them on my wish list, and then probably a week or 2 later, I got an email saying that they were back in stock, and I did not hesitate at that point. So here's one, Dead Man Logan, issue number 1, Skottie Young variant. I love the speech bubble. It says, "Guys, come on, guys, come on with all the tears." The book's called Dead Man Logan. After all, it's kind of right there in the title. So I just love that they're bawling their eyes out, and the one is just like, come on, guys, you knew what this was going to be. Next up was Riri Williams, Ironheart. Had to have it. I can definitely see this one in a few weeks or a month or 2, people starting to get their 9.8s back, because I'm sure a lot of people sent this off to get graded, and rightfully so. It's a great cover. America, number 1, Skottie Young variant. This is one of those things I looked at often on Midtown and just never pulled the trigger on. And due to the holiday sales, the price was so low. It was like, all right, you got to buy it now if you're ever going to do it. So happy to have this one. It looks really, really clean. And I have to say that Midtown is, at least for me, has done a great job at sending great quality books my way and doing great business. I've never had any issues with Midtown at all, nor with the business side or the quality of the books that they send. So shout out to them for doing great business, at least as far as I'm concerned. I know they deal with a lot of people. I'm sure there's a lot of room for error, but at least as of right now, they haven't done me wrong yet. So Howard the Duck is next. Number 1, Skottie Young variant. And again, this price was so great. It was like, you got to buy it. So I did. Howard the Duck, awesome cover. He is not happy. Old Man Hawkeye, issue number 12, Fantastic Four Villains variant. I grabbed most of the Villains variants and missed this one, so I had to grab it because this is the main title that I'm reading of the covers that came out with the Fantastic Four Villains variant cover. So I just love this one. I love Old Man Hawkeye. It was a great story. I can't wait for that to come back and see where they take it next. It was definitely an enjoyable ride. It did not seem as long as it actually was. Like, they released 12 issues, so an issue a month for last year, but it definitely didn't seem that way. It was just a really great, intriguing story. I never felt like I wanted to drop the story at all. Mark Brooks, Infinity Wars, issue number 6. Beautiful cover, and it's got my guy, my favorite new character introduced in 2018, Arachnite, front and center. So I had to have this cover for sure. I cannot wait to get these covers graded. Each cover that has Arachnite on it. That's going to be really cool in my personal collection. And if I can get them signed by some of the artists and graded, that would be ideal as well. finally, for the Midtown haul, we have Kurt Sutter's Sisters of Sorrow, issue number 1, variant. Vengeance, justice, united for a higher purpose, God's vigilantes. I really enjoyed this story. I wish it was longer, but you know, that's how the game goes. Maybe they're going to do something with it. I think there was talks about a show or a movie at one point. I'm not sure where that landed, but I just really love this story, and I hope he brings it back and decides to do something with it. But if not, I enjoyed issues 1 through 6. I believe there were 6 of them. Hopefully one day I can get this signed by Kurt Sutter and grade it. That would be fantastic to have in the PC as well. So, now moving on to the AOK from my buddy CarolinaChris. And CarolinaChris and I crossed paths at Baltimore Comic-Con in the CGC line and hung out in Tom King's line. That was crazy long. So we had a few opportunities to bond and connect, and he's a super cool guy who also has a channel that you should check out, especially if you love CGC books or like to see CGC books. He does great work over there, and be sure to check him out and make sure you tell him that Grab Those Keys sent you. I'll put a link in the description, and I'll put a card at the top of this video, so be sure to check him out, please. He's a great guy. So let's see what he sent my way. I had no idea what he was going to send me. He just said he had some things in mind for me, and we made it happen where he could send them to me. So I'm excited to see what he sent my way, and he's just a really awesome guy. I can't say that enough. So let's see what we got here. Nightcrawler, issue number 4. Oh, all right. Let's do this. I think this might be because I said in one of my previous videos that Nightcrawler is one of my favorite characters, which he is, definitely. I didn't read comic books growing up or anything like that. I was more so into cartoons and video games, and that's my introduction into Nightcrawler. He was one of my favorite characters alongside Gambit. So this is really exciting to have. So definitely thank you, Chris, for that. Wow. So that's number 4. Let's see what else we got. Number 3. Okay. Number 3, Nightcrawler. What I'm noticing is that these are really nice condition so far. Wow, man. Thanks for parting with these. So that's number 3. Next up we have issue number 2. Got the Jaws thing going on here. That's fun. That's dope. 79 cents. Nice. And last but definitely not least, ooh, number 1. What? That is super dope, Chris. Thanks a lot for this, man. I really appreciate it. Fabulous first issue. You have no idea how much I appreciate that, man. Thanks a lot. You're awesome. Let me line these up really quick. So there you have it, my friends. Some books from today, some Midtown books, and an awesome AOK from my brother CarolinaChris, man. Appreciate everyone for watching. Hopefully you were able to grab everything that you were looking for today. And if not, I hope you find it very soon and for a great, great price. And with that being said, get back out there and grab those